Alright, well, I got a little project. Got to replace the upper radiator hose on here. Got a wear spot in it, and I might as well fix it before it goes out. First thing you do is you want to loosen up your hose clamp. Regular screwdriver or a 5/16 nut driver, or yeah, 5/16 nut driver like I use. And then you pull off your hose, and you wanna let have a bucket underneath there to catch all your antifreeze. Or I just did it on the ground and threw oil dry down. And then the next part is way up back in there. Well, I can't get to it from this side, so what I'm gonna have to do is take the doghouse out. I already did step one, which you pull these little pins right here that hold the ashtray cover off out, and there's two screws in there that screw it to here and here, and then there's two screws down here. Pull that piece off. Then you undo your clamps on each side. Oh, make sure you unplug this. Undo your clamps on each side, and then 1/2-inch bolts, one there and one underneath the seat right there to pull off, and then I'll pull that out. So here we go. Alright, once you get those bolts out, I have to pivot both of my seats to make enough room to slide it back enough to clear the dashboard. It takes a little bit to wrestle it out. So anyway, I got it out, and there's my engine. Now I gotta take off the air filter here, and we should be able to see the hose clamp for the other side of the upper radiator hose. I'll just pull the whole unit, oh crap, out, I don't care. You want to disconnect that from the front of the hood before you pull it out, so you don't have to pull the whole thing out. So then there she is, right there. So wow, you can see how it's ballooned right there, so it's a good thing I found that wear on the other spot before it blew out there. It's getting pretty weak there. I believe, I can't tell. No, it's got to be oh yeah, it's got to be an aftermarket, I'm gonna guess. But alright. So I'll get that off and pull that radiator hose off, and then reverse my steps, put the other one on, and so forth. So here I go. Okay, got the old one pulled out. Got the new one just laid in about where she goes here. We gotta make sure you don't forget to put your clamp onto your hose. Don't forget to put that clamp on that hose first. A lot of people forget to do that, and they're like, oh man, I gotta go back and take the hose off. Sometimes you gotta fight with these to get them on. So looks like this might be one of the ones you gotta fight with. There we go. I'm gonna go on there, and then you can reach back here. Put that one on. That one I'm going to do from inside the cab, so get that on. Now I'll tighten up the clamps, and then oh, my oil cap's missing. I'll have to get a new one. And then we'll have to fill up the radiator, show you how to do that. Alright, got it all back on. Got it all tightened up, got the doghouse put back on, all that kind of stuff. I should have mentioned it before, but anytime you have to do a repair like a radiator hose or a water pump or a lower hose or radiator, heater coil, whatever, it's a good time to flush your system, unless you just recently had yours done. I live in a place that it gets cold every winter, so every fall you flush your system and winterize it. In the summer, you just let it go through the summer, and every winter you re-winterize it. But anyway, to fill up your radiator, you gotta take off your cap. And of course, if you're already doing this, it's going to be a cool molder, so you don't burn your hands. So you're not going to worry about this squirting up at you. Oh, what the heck? It's being a pain today. There you go. As you can see, it's a little low in there. So to top that off, but how we do that now is I'm gonna start the van, and you leave it run, and you add it, and you add it, and you add it, and it'll go down, and it'll go down. You let it run until it fully warms up, so that the thermostat's wide open. And then once you got that done, and and it stays full, and you don't have to add anymore, then you can cap it, and you should be good to go. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright, got her started. Gonna get her all topped off here. She's not warm yet, but we'll let her warm up. If you can hear my, you can see it, watch the motor. Do it again. Try to see on the video. You might be able to hear it when it's running. It doesn't sound like it's silent and smooth. Well, that's because I have my time in advance to get more power out of it. So we'll come over here and we'll check out the temp gauge. Nope, still cold.
You have a phone call.
And I have a phone call. So I'll keep topping that off and conclude the video after I get that topped off. Okay, I let her warm up. I made sure she's all topped off, so that should be good. Make sure you fill up your reservoir if it's not full already. It should still be full. Checked for the leaks. There's no leaks around any of the fittings. So I got all the clamps tight. That's topped off and that's full. So that will be a completed job for upper radiator hose. Total time for me on my van here, it took me probably 20-25 minutes or something, and most of that was the rest of with the doghouse. A job like this, well, counting the warm-up time for the van to fill up, that takes a little bit more time too. It all matters how fast your vehicle warms up. Mine was already warmed up once today, so it warmed up faster. But usually it doesn't take that long. Most vehicles you have it done in 5-10 minutes, and then just a warm-up time. But there we go. And I know some of you YouTubers were asking to see my engine. Well, now you've seen it with my doghouse off. And this fall I'll probably show you how to flush your cooling system. Alright, well, thank you for watching my video.